What's up, guys? I wanted to show you guys a nice little trick I learned when I was playing Elden Ring just the other night ago. So the trick I found out was to get across past this barrier and potentially eliminate a whole boss fight. So without further ado, let's go ahead and figure out how we're going to get past that barrier. So the first thing I did was I teleported to the Siella Crystal Tunnel Grace. If you don't have that, it's right next to the area. It's probably, I'd say, 10 feet away from it. It's really not that far. So after I did that, I stayed on the edge of the poisonous lake. I'm sorry, I don't know the name of it. I know it's a swamp. And I wanted to, basically, my idea was to climb on the vines to get up to a higher place. And I wanted to see if there's a possible way that I could do that with the mount. Now with the mount, it does have a double jump. The double jump does kind of boost you a little bit forward, so it does make kind of climbing a little bit difficult, but once you get used to it, it does make it a little bit more easier. So as you can see right now, like I said, I'm climbing up there. What I'm doing right now is I'm just evening myself out with that branch right there so I can get over there to up there. I was like, I want to jump into like a 90-degree turn. Alright, though, that was a mistake. Sometimes when you get a little, and some people know this, when you get a little bit to a area, like which your mount can't fit, it won't spawn. So you got to make sure you don't do that, or you'll lose the mount. So you got to stick your head out and get that mount back up there to get up on that route. So basically, my next thing to do is just ride the roots and try to jump, just try to basically dash and double jump over there. Well, I screwed that up, but I saved it with that jump and that crack. So once I got on this vine, basically right there is the wall for a boss fight. I didn't know that. I just saw the barrier. So I knew I was on the other side of the barrier. I didn't know there was a boss fight on the other side of the barrier. And I will admit, I don't know the name of these boss because this was my first time actually attempting to climb over this, and actually my first time climbing through this area. I'm completely new to this area and I found this, but I hope it does help out. I mean, it really does. Not only does it help out actually get you over this area, but well, why not? I was like, I might as well show you guys what it did for the boss fight. If you guys are having trouble with that boss fight, this is definitely a good way to skip it. So basically, I navigated myself down. I climbed up there, and luckily enough, they had an upper field where you could actually drop. And then I, just did the double jump cancel, so I didn't take that much fall damage. So when I landed, these two enemies, or bosses, they just stared at me. I just assumed they were just probably lower enemies that were helping out a bigger boss, and I had to trigger it after that, and they were supposed to assist it, but I just decided to just wail on the thing. As you can tell, that wasn't that particularly high level. I'm not doing that much damage, but I mean, this definitely helped out a lot. I mean, they just stood here and just let me wail on them, and that was basically it. That was the whole boss fight. They didn't do anything. But like I said, hopefully this little strategy of climbing up the vines and getting over the castle wall helps out anybody in the near future. And best of luck, and hope you have fun gathering that Elden Ring.